Hey traders, in today's video, I'm going to be helping you and talking with you about where I see the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones, where I actually have a price target and where I think it's likely to go. So I'm going to share that with you. Also, why I see a really big move coming with silver and gold. And it's a bit of a calming period right now. People are getting really impatient with gold right now. But why? It's not what you think and what you should be prepared for over the next few weeks, maybe next few months. And why the people who are patient are going to get rewarded big time. Also, mining stocks. What's my absolute massive long-term view? What's my view over the next few months and more? I'm also going to teach you one powerful trading technique to give you the odds of you doing really well in trading. And also Tesla. Tesla stock breaks out after hours. We've got a lot to go through in this video today, guys, so let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty, traders, let's get straight into the session today. But before I do start, guys, I am opening up my 12-month weekly coaching program. And for you guys that actually want to join my 12-month weekly coaching program, I've just opened up 5 spots. I've had 1 spot taken already, so it's 4 spots left. If you go to getjohnshelp.com or the very first thing in the description, you click on that and that'll take you over to the page. You get all the details about whether coaching is for you or not. So go do that right now. Moving over through to the S&P 500. Very first off the rank here is the S&P 500 and the Dow Jones price target. Where do I think it's likely to go to? Well, let's have a look at here. Let's have a look at this here, shall we? So if I'm looking at the Dow Jones, okay, so I'm looking at the Dow Jones, really, we've got a nice little break up here. We have nice little support here as well too. Well, I can see looking at the Dow Jones that we've been doing pretty much nothing here. We're breaking out. So I have a target right now on the Dow Jones. I have a target of just above 31,000 on the Dow Jones. So that's where I see the Dow Jones likely to get to. Again, we broke out through here we broke out from this resistance here, the resistance here, and the support here, and then we project this up. Now, this is what's called a channel projected target, and it works wonders. Works wonders about 80% of the time. Now, what is that? That is that if we have a support level and a resistance, all right, we have support down here, we have resistance up here. If you draw a trend line from the bottom of the channel, see how it's a channel, and project that up, just like that, well, the market says it's likely to get to. Now, it doesn't mean it's going to stop there and that's going to be the top. No, it just means that that's a high probability target if it's likely to get there. Same for the S&P 500. Oh. These are some trend lines. I was just doing some coaching, doing a coaching session with my clients. Let me take it off screen. So let's start all over again. We can see that we have what? We have support down the bottom here. So I use that as a support line right there. We also have the resistance, which is pretty much around about there somewhere. So where is the S&P likely to run to? If I bring up my good old trend line tool and I measure from the high of this channel down to the bottom of this channel and we move it to the upside, we can see that if I do that and I project the target, to me, there's a high probability we're probably likely to get to here and probably blast through it of a 3,800, and we're probably likely to break through it. So I wouldn't be too surprised if we got to 4,000 target there. Now, I don't know whether that's going to happen this year, but over the next few months, probably even the start of next year, we're probably likely to hit the 4,000. Now, why 4,000? Because the market loves even numbers. Now, how that is going to plan out, I don't know. We could go straight up, or we could do what a lot of markets like to do is we go up, we go down, we go up, we go sideways for a bit, we go down, we come back up, and so on and so forth. Make sense? So that's where I see on a high probability basis, we're going to get to 3,850, but then the market loves round numbers, so we're probably likely to break straight through that and up to 4,000. So that's what I'm seeing, what's happening through there when it comes to the S&P 500. Now, the next off the rank, which was big move coming in silver and gold. And here's the thing, I've talked about this in the past, but it's really important to understand that the market is like an energy field. Let me bring up the candlestick patterns here for a minute. Let me take all the trend lines off and let's squeeze this up. The market is like an energy field. All right, and when the market doesn't, and when the market goes very, very, very quiet for a while, it means there's a very big move coming. Let me show you what I mean through here. So look at this back here. Look at this back here. Notice how the market back here in late last year, right? This is late last year. Notice how we were doing what? We weren't going up, we weren't going down, we're just going sideways. Notice how it was very, very quiet. And this is the time when people get frustrated, right? They get really, 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 really frustrated because their goal's not doing nothing. And they get frustrated, they get frustrated, they get frustrated. Look at this here. This one here was, what's that? 1, 2, 3, pretty much 4 months before. We had 4 months worth of it not doing nothing. This is the time that it's refueling, that we're likely to get, that we're building a lot of energy. And then look what happened, right? Then we had a what? And then we started to have a very nice big move. Had a bit of a flush down, and then we could just continue it up from there. But as you can see, when it started the break, we went through a 2 to 3 month view, 2 to 3 month move. But look what's happening right now, right? Gold is doing the exact same thing again, right? Gold loves to do this. We're not doing, wrong one. All right, do it again. We can see how we're not doing much all through here. And you can see we've had 1, 2, 3, and now almost 4 months of time, right? So this is doing the exact same thing again and again and again. It's just repeating it. And as you can see, this time here, or a resting phase, or known as an energy building phase. So that's where I see that we're likely to start to break out, and I see a really big move coming in gold. And the same thing for silver as well too. Look at silver. Silver's been doing the exact same thing. Just doing nothing, absolutely nothing. And this is where a lot of people, a lot of traders get so impatient. But when the market's getting really quiet for many months, guess what? That's when I'm getting excited. Why? Because we know there's likely to be a breakout and a big move to come. And when would you rather be in the market? On the breakout, or after the market's made a move, right? So when the market is not doing much, that's the time for you to be patient and just continue to watch that market, so you can see what's going on through here. Absolutely nothing. So I'm seeing a really big move coming, likely to come out of the markets real soon, because we're likely to get a breakout on silver and gold. Now, moving over to the mining stocks, and I want to focus more on the gold mining stocks, my absolute long-term view on the gold mining stocks. So let's have a look at this absolute massive long-term view on this is the GDX here. Let's go to, say, the monthly charts, and we can see the monthly charts up there at 65. Right, 65. So that's the ultimate high point through there on the GDX. What I see coming over the next 5 years, my long-term mining stocks view, is I see pretty much an all-time new high on the GDX. And the GDXJ, same sort of thing. If I go down to this one here, you can see the all-time high here was 100, was 180 up here. I see, once again, the GDXJ making an all-time new high and hitting 200. Now, that may take 2 or 3 years for that to happen. I don't know, but that's my price target for the GDXJ, and that's what I'm seeing across all the mining stocks. I'm seeing like this is the year of the mining stocks. The last 10 years has been the year of the stock market, and we're still seeing a bit of reflation going on right now in the stock market. But this year, right now, is the year of the mining stocks. This is when the mining stock starts to liven up a bit, and we start to see a big move. And with this very quiet period that's going on right now with the GDX and GDXJ, very quiet period, if we can start to get a bit of a turn up from here, it's going to be really awesome. So make sure you keep an eye on that, guys. And that's what I see absolute long term in the mining stocks through there. Now, what I do want to share with you is one powerful trading technique that you can start to use in your trading right now to help you when it comes to your trading. Now, what I want you to do is I want you to bring up a chart I want you to bring up one chart, and I want you to put one moving average on there, and the moving average is a 52 moving average. Anything special about the 52 moving average? No. Right? No. It's just the moving average. Okay, so you could use a 50 if you want to. Why do I use a 52? It's because one of my earliest mentors used the 52. And so I've always just used a 52. You could use a 60 if you want to, just roughly around that. Give you something that's going to give you at least a few months worth of time in the market. Make sense? And what I want you to do is I want you to ask, one thing that I want you to ask yourself, where if you're about to enter a stock or enter a market, where is it in conjunction of the 52? Because what do you notice on any market, right? Look at here. This is the GDX. I could bring up Facebook. Let's just bring up Facebook. Let's just bring on Amazon. Now, you probably don't know what you're looking at here, but let me go back to GDXJ here for a minute. And what I'm saying here is, where is it in conjunction of the 52? Because notice what happens. When the market becomes too overstretched, it's like an elastic band and has to come back. Notice how when we get too overstretched, we come back to the 52. Too overstretched, come back to the 52. Too overstretched, come back to the 52. Notice that through there. So what is happening through there? It is so that's what's happening when with the 52. We can see that the market, when it gets so overstretched from the 52, right? That's the sound of the market coming back. That's the sound. Let me see if I can fix this thing. That's the sound of the market coming back, right? You just look at any stock and you'll notice that when the market gets too far away, this is Facebook, right? When the market gets too far away from the 52, we come back to it. We get too far away from 52. So if you're looking to buy, say, Facebook or any stock out there, and you notice it's pretty far away, there's Amazon, Google, Apple. No, this is Apple, right? It just doesn't matter. Whenever you're seeing a stock that's getting too far away from the 52, you know it's too stretched, and there's a high probability we're likely to come back to it before we start to make another move or something like that. Make sense? So I hope that helps you out, guys. Make sure you use that. It's I don't know why it works that way, guys, but the market just loves to come back to the 52. And also, last off the rank today is good old Tesla. Tesla, yeah, the close of Tesla after hours was 408. And if I bring up let me bring up this chart here. Let me just duplicate this for a minute. Let me go to here. So I'm going to bring up the daily chart to the left. I'm going to bring up the hourly chart to the right, and we're able to see what happens. Look at what happened. Tesla's all the way up here. So if I draw a trend line right now where Tesla is, right there, Tesla's actually up here. Wow. Right, Tesla after hours is up 13% after hours because they got announced that they're actually now in the S&P 500. Right, good for Tesla. Now, Tesla's going to open up at 460. I would. What was that? I would have been too surprised. Guys, to see Tesla actually have a bit of a pullback for a few days, then continue running. So that's actually a pretty massive gap when it comes to... I was actually looking at Tesla myself. I'm like, oh, I want to buy Tesla, but I'm waiting for a breakout of this trend line. So once again, if I bring an arrow up here, you can see this arrow is obviously where Tesla's going to open up tomorrow around the 460 level, 460, 465. So it's up pretty big when it comes to Tesla. So, but overall, guys, when it comes to Tesla, let me actually just delete this off the screen now because we don't need to look at the after hours. When it comes to Tesla, I actually see quite a nice move coming overall. We can see that for the last sort of, say, 3 months, we've been doing pretty much nothing. And now we're just starting a little breakout. So even if we do get a little bit of a pullback, I see actually quite a nice move coming out of Tesla. And, you know, we're probably going to start to see... Let's have a look here. You know what? Let's actually do a bit of a projection. Whenever you see these triangle patterns here, you want to draw it from say 80%. So I like to draw roughly 80% of the cone, if you want to call that a cone, and then we're going to project this out like that. And so then therefore that gives me a rough target of around 560. It's probably going to hit around 560, maybe a bit more. On this breakout. So this breakout here, I don't know how that's going to work out, but maybe 560, somewhere around about there is a price target of where I think we're likely to run to over the next few weeks or maybe longer when it comes to Tesla. So I hope that helped you out today, guys. Remember, guys, there's so many amazing opportunities in these markets if you just know what to look for and know what to do. And I hope today's video helps you out. Once again, if you are interested in my coaching, there's 4 spots left for the 12-month weekly coaching program, private coaching program. Very first link in the description, go click on that. And on the next page, you'll get all the details. And if it's for you, then I look forward to coaching you. And if not, that's okay as well too. See you in the next video, guys.